Hello and welcome to the Redmen TV and another edition of the Extra Time Show. We start this week with a nice little look back at the weekend's game. It was glorious, wasn't it? Wasn't it? Just, it felt like such easy work. Yeah, we've got a tweet from Roberto Firmino. He put up the three lads, Coutinho, Sadio Mane and Firmino himself there, looking like the absolute box of toys. My favourite part of this picture is the Everton fan in the background who's doing a slight impression of Coutinho as well. If we can find him, I will get him a pint because he will be feeling gutted right there. Played brilliantly, There was worries about Barkley and Lukaku. I seen a tweet going around that said, imagine if Liverpool had Barkley and Lukaku in their side, our front three would still be Coutinho, Mane and Firmino. So, hell of a game. I'm like, where were Everton? Where were they? It's like Rowie Jobles. He got sent the bar about 3 times, and Liverpool just scored. Barkley, he got sent the shot by Coutinho, and what Lukaku went scuba diving in Lovren's back pocket. So it was a pretty good game. Coutinho will get all the plaudits, but I think let's not overlook the core solid defensive work of Lucas, Matip and Lovren, who were brilliant. I thought they were fantastic, cutting passing lanes and just keeping it completely tight, and we weren't worried at all. So to celebrate the game, Roberto Firmino put on his Instagram, it was like a Ray J sex tape of himself necking his bird. Pure tongues, kids. Don't look at this. It's it was weird more than anything, but I love seeing people in love. So, you know, fair play to the guy. Played well. He was always chasing down, so brilliant for him. Divock Origi come on and scored a goal, which I thought was an absolute screamer at the time. It turns out, like, Joey Robles had glitched and was nowhere to be found. But after the game, the few lads in the boozer come up with a song, which he then retweeted himself. And it was like to the tune of like the way you move. Divock Origi, he cuts a sky, he cuts inside and he scores against the Blues. Divock Origi. And the songs were coming out once again for Sadio Mane, saying similar to the Christmas song, April Fool's Day, Everton. So joyous behaviour all round for the Reds, which has been nice because since the Christmas and New Year period, all the Blue Noses have crawled out the little crevices from where they reside, and they've been giving it the bifters about Klopp and all kinds. Nice to just like send them back to where they belong, crawl back inside, hide yourselves away. One man who was out and proud as a Liverpool fan was Daniel Craig, James Bond, and we had an absolute meltdown on TalkSport from Mike Parry, who was like, James Bond is a national treasure, national institute. He shouldn't be supporting Liverpool. Mate, get a grip. Daniel Craig is an actor who gets paid money to play a fictional character who doesn't actually exist in real life, and he happens to support the best club in the world. We want James Bond supporting Liverpool. It shows a lot of faith in Britain if the rest of the world can look at James Bond and say, you know what, he supports the Reds. I wouldn't stop there. I would have Sherlock Holmes supporting Liverpool, Mr. Bean, Homer Simpson, Rick and Morty, Butters. Make them all support Liverpool. Which fictional characters do you think would support which clubs and why? I'll ask you that at the end. But yeah, it was just nice to see that. I don't know how you can have an argument of an actor supporting a club. It just baffles me. John Arnorisa, he was tweeting. He was in Ireland. He was playing a poker tournament, a Norwegian poker tournament. He said, have to say I'm amazed by the Irish people. Incredible how many Liverpool fans here. Wow, brilliant. Wow, NWA. Shout out to every Irish fan. I've got loads of Irish mates. If you want to find me in Liverpool, I'll be in an Irish bar drinking Guinness. But yeah, big shout out to them. Paco Ayestaran was at the game and he was said, always a pleasure to be at Anfield, best team won, which is true. So moving on from Liverpool's success, former Liverpool player Kolo Touré and former Liverpool manager Brendan Rodgers, they won the Scottish League by about 20 million points clear. And Kolo was doing the dance, Kolo, Kolo, Kolo. I just love seeing Kolo Touré happy. So he's dancing. And all the lads for Celtic, you know, fair play to them. They've won the league. And Brendan Rodgers, I think he always knew Kolo was capable of winning the league. It just have to be freezing up in Scotland. But you know what? Fair play to them. So it's all eyes on Bournemouth now. So the lads have covered this in the Uncensored Match build-up, so go and check that out. But I'm kind of thinking, is Is there an injury crisis now at Liverpool? There's no Lallana. Mane went off Mamane, I nearly called him. And Hendo is injured. Obviously, we've still got Sturridge and Ings. Klopp's been talking about it in the press conference today. Like, if Hendo's out and Lallana's missing 6 games, they've both been sent to America, so we're not sure when they'll be back. Mane, there's rumours that his season could be over, but there's still swelling on the knee. We had Sam Van Noy said, lol, no injuries, don't count your chickens before a Gareth Southgate training session. And Wellbeing, he said, I have no problem with opposing players getting a niggle or missing a game or two. However, you never want to see an injury like Coleman. So maybe it's bad karma on our point for wishing slight niggles on other players, and then we've got it back. So I think there's only Crystal Palace who's got more injuries than us, and then Liverpool have got 7 along with like 2 or 3 other clubs. So yeah, the Bournemouth game is next up. It does mark the 28th anniversary of Hillsborough, which will be April 15th, but this is our home game, so the Kop is expected to do a 96 mosaic, which is always a big day in the city, particularly for Reds fans. And yeah, the players will be wearing black armbands, so a lot of respect. It'll be a solemn day, and hopefully, and we fully expect the players to make an absolute performance for us on that part, so we expect a big game there. On to the under-23s then. Liverpool under-23s were beaten by Norwich 1-0. Not the best of performances, to be honest. We had a lot of corners, 11 as you can see there with the stats. Didn't really make the most of them, and we were fouled, 19 fouls to 5 as well, so always clambering back. Bit of a worldie, the Norwich goal, to be honest with you. But yeah, it's not good news. But, you know, not many players were playing that well in the under-20s. It's so inconsistent. We just want consistency, and we're not really getting it at the minute. But, you know, they'll pick the Reds up, they'll go again, and it's coming to the business end of the season now, last quarter. So best of luck to the lads doing the under-18s. We absolutely blown it. Okara Simmons could have won the game in 87 minutes. Against West Ham, got a goal, and then we gave away a penalty in the last minute. And it's a huge 3 points, as I said last week. We're in that mini league there where every point counts and goal difference is going to count. So to throw away a huge 2 points leaves us second to Chelsea. But, you know, we're still up there. That's the main thing. So the younger lads are playing well, and especially the under-18s. Keep your eye out. And Simmons, he's been playing well as well. On the loanee front, Mamadou Sakho is making absolute waves in the Premier League. I think it's 4 games unbeaten for him now, 3 clean sheets, and they've just went and toppled Chelsea there 2-1. And Benteke even got a goal, scored past Courtois, so well played to him. Which begs the question, Mamadou Sakho, is his price? Is it 30 million? That's what the talk is on the internet. What is the minimum price you take for Sakho? Because he's absolutely smashing it at the minute. We had Markovic, he played for Hull in a number 10 role. Played a key part in their equaliser. I think he needs that. I think he needs a team that will give him a free role, carry him, because he can't really track back. And yeah, so Hull went on to beat West Ham 2-1. Ryan Kent, Danny Ward, they both played 90 minutes, but they were beaten. Wisdom is top of the league. He played 90 minutes in a 5-0 win against whoever was second. And Chirivella, he played 90 minutes, and he's put a pick up there. He even said best of luck in the derby, and it is always nice to see that, because they're kind of the forgotten men, the people that go out on loan. So the fact that they still have like an allegiance and a loyalty to our club, it's always nice to see. So he was wishing us luck. Brannigan got a few minutes, and not much for the rest. No John Flanagan as unused sub yet again. Terrible time for him, to be honest with you. But then it's a terrible time for being a Blue. Transfer target of the week, we said, what are your thoughts on Coutinho leaving for Rakitic if it did happen? Would you want him to stay? Love to hear your thoughts. Ivan Rakitic is a quality player. I've wanted Rakitic for ages. I thought we should have swooped in and got him from Sevilla. But I wouldn't want to see Coutinho go. There's certain players in the world that are match winners. Suarez, like your Bales, Messi, Ronaldo, Coutinho. Just these players that will win games. Costa and Hazard, similarly, Ibrahimovic. Coutinho, for us, is that player. I am sick of Liverpool getting rid of a man who will win a game, who will get that goal, has that bit of magic. Keep Coutinho and get Rakitic as well. That's the dream, but we can only dream. So if we're in for Rakitic, get him, but don't be getting rid of Coutinho. Just at least, if we get the Champions League, at least keep him for this one season. And if it's Barca or Real that come in, I'm not sure if you can keep a South American from like chasing the dreams that way, but definitely for the next season, got to keep hold of them. Comments of the week then, we had Dave elbow deep in Shazam. It said, this Baldrick guy doing the video talks shit. Well, I have got a cunning plan, mate. You don't have to watch. I enjoy that you do, but you don't have to. Jimbo Hilt said, are you from Fazackley? Because I always see you by the library. No, mate, I work around there, work for the charity 4 days a week. On my day off, I come in, but because I love you guys so much. We had Adam Starks that said, whoa, this in Game of Thrones, now you've gone too far. I'll be honest, I am unapologetic in my disdain for the fanboys and that show. But you know what? Enjoy it yourself. It's not my cup of tea. Who else? We had Human Cube 132 said, you're like the Chris Jericho of Redmen TV. You just don't care. If everyone's hating on you and you play into it, it's great. I am a big... Well, I was a wrestling fan of the Attitude Era. I kind of stopped watching it, but WrestleMania fans, Undertaker's gone. Bit gutted to see that. Martin Proctor said, you used to be funny, man. What happened, dude? Sort it out. Well, guess what, Martin? You just made the list. Little wrestling joke. If you want me to be funny, check out my stand-up, Lewis Calvert. It's not that shit. Questions to ask yourself then, with Crystal Palace beating Chelsea and Liverpool not playing a team in the top 7. Is the league tentatively... possibly, I know it's a long shot, is it 0.1% on? Injury crisis, Mane out, Lallana out, Hendo, Sturgeon, Ings, we've known they'd be out for... Is that going to, like, jeopardise our season's success? The minimum amount of money you would take for Sacco, I know people go, oh, I'd take 50 million. Would you take 20? Would you take 15? Or is 30 your bare minimum? I know a lot of the time we'll say it means nothing if we beat this team and we don't beat Bournemouth. It does still mean something to me, beating Everton. It's always a laugh. But yeah, what are your thoughts going into the Bournemouth game? And fictional characters from anywhere, what clubs would you think they support and why? Let me know in the comments. As always, like, share, subscribe, let your mates know, and most of all, take it easy.